Alert! New SSI and SSDI payments 2025, increases, legislation, and the reality of beneficiaries. Welcome to Shuba Espanol TV, the channel where we bring you the latest news about Social Security benefits, pensions, and financial assistance in the United States. Today we bring you impactful news for millions of SSI and SSDI beneficiaries, related to payment amounts, comparison with the poverty line, and legislative changes that could transform these benefits in 2025. Stay with us until the end and don't forget to subscribe to receive all the most important updates. How much will SSI and SSDI pay in 2025? Let's start with the latest numbers on approved payments for 2025. We know that the cost of living has been on the rise, and even though a 2.5% COLA adjustment has already been applied, many beneficiaries are still facing significant financial hardship. Let's look at the current amounts. For a single person receiving SSI, the maximum approved payment in 2025 is $967 per month. For a married couple receiving SSI, the maximum amount is $1,450 per month. If we analyze these amounts in the current context of inflation and high prices, it is clear that surviving on less than $1,000 a month is extremely difficult. The costs of rent, basic services, food, and medicine have increased significantly in recent years, leaving millions of people in the United States facing a precarious economic reality. The big difference, SSI versus the federal poverty line. This is where the numbers get alarming. According to the federal poverty line update for 2025, a single person needs at least $1,304 a month to be at the poverty line. A couple needs at least $2,150 a month to not be considered an extreme need. However, the maximum SSI payment for an individual is $967, meaning they are receiving $337 less than what is considered necessary to survive in the United States. This is equivalent to 34.85% less than the poverty line. That is, the government expects that nearly 8 million people in the country will live with less than the minimum amount established to cover basic needs. What can be done? Legislation that could change everything. There are currently several bills under discussion, but the most relevant is the SSI Restoration Act, which seeks to modernize the program and ensure that SSI beneficiaries receive at least the amount equivalent to the poverty line. If this bill were passed today, the SSI payment for a single person would go from $967 to $1,304 per month, which would represent an immediate increase of $337 per month. This would completely change the lives of millions of people who depend on these benefits to survive. However, despite being a proposal with great support, Congress has still not approved it. Why? Because there are political forces arguing that increasing SSI payments could significantly increase federal spending. But here's the important trade-off: if the amount of benefits is not increased, the government will continue to face bigger problems such as the increase in extreme poverty, the housing crisis, and the lack of access to health care for the most vulnerable. How have SSI benefits fallen behind? When the SSI program was created more than 50 years ago, its goal was to provide a minimum living income for people over 65, people with disabilities, and other groups in dire need. But over the decades, these benefits have lagged behind the rising cost of living. Example of how SSI purchasing power has changed: in the 1970s, SSI payments covered approximately 100% of the poverty line. In the 1990s, it covered approximately 80% of the poverty line. In 2025, it will cover only 65% of the poverty line. This means that year after year, SSI recipients have been losing purchasing power, to the point where today they cannot afford even the most basic things. What will happen in the future? As the economic situation continues to worsen for millions of SSI and SSDI recipients, there is increasing pressure on lawmakers to take action. Social Security and economic experts suggest that the government should pass the SSI Restoration Act to increase payments to the poverty line level. Remove income and resource restrictions so that more people can qualify and receive aid without fear of losing their benefits. Ensure fairer inflation adjustments, as the current 2.5% COLA does not reflect the true increase in the cost of living. However, there is still no guarantee that this will happen in the short term. What can SSI and SSDI recipients do? If you are a SSI or SSDI recipient and are concerned about low payment amounts, here are some actions you can take. Stay informed and up to date with news about changes in legislation. On Shubha Español TV, we will always bring you the most important updates. Contact your representatives in Congress. Calling or writing to lawmakers can build pressure to support the SSI Restoration Act. Explore other assistance programs. There are many other assistance programs available, such as SNAP, food stamps, housing assistance, and state programs that can supplement your income. Share this information with family and friends. The more people are informed, the greater the pressure on the government to take action. The reality is that millions of people in the United States are struggling to survive on benefits that are far below the poverty line. Current SSI and SSDI payments are not enough, and while there is legislation like the SSI Restoration Act that could make a big difference, it has not yet been passed. That is why, at Shubha Español TV, we will continue to report on this issue and push for concrete actions to be taken. If you found this information useful, please help us spread the word, like the video so more people can see it. Subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to receive all the updates. Share this video with friends and family who can benefit from this information. Thank you for being part of Shubha Español TV. See you in the next video with more important news about your Social Security benefits. What do you think? Leave us your comment. Do you think the government should increase SSI and SSDI payments? Your opinion is important.